First of all, I'd like to say I love the view up here. And I just want to say thank you to everybody who came out, not just to see us people, but just the church in general.
Come on!
Like I said earlier this morning, there's a really big difference between going to middle school and going to high school. High school is one of the greatest things I've ever had to do in my life. All 4 years, I don't regret it at all. And even though the graduation is tomorrow, I am a proud high school graduate of 2019. I didn't realize how much God would play into my academic life than just life in general. I knew He would have to play an important role in my life in general, but I didn't know He would affect me really academically. Yeah. And so I thank God for Him. My earlier school life, I wasn't really a good student. I'm not going to sit up here and lie and say I made all A's. When I first started, I was a 65 student. I usually had to pray after a test to at least make it to a 65 or maybe even a 70 if I get lucky. But around 10th grade, near the end of 10th grade, I realized that wasn't going to cut it anymore. If I was going to make it in high school, I had to make higher like I should have been when I first started. And it took me a minute to finally realize what I had to do in order to achieve that. I even made myself a whole plan how to do it. And 2 things had to be taken up, but the rest I just followed through. But the first thing I had to do was pray. I didn't have the strength to do it first of all. And by the beginning of 11th grade, following through 12th grade, I went from having 65s and 70s to having 85s and 90s. It really takes you to realize how just hard work can really pay off when you get to the end. And just having the feeling of knowing that I'm going to be walking in my cap and gown onto that stage tomorrow just to get my high school diploma signed both times and I only been accepted to, it's just amazing.
Amen.
Just, I believe it was in April, I checked out like multiple CUNY schools and SUNY schools online. And the one I had first-hand experience in terms of CUNY school was on Government Community College. I really liked it. It was a small school, it was a little 2-year school. And it had interesting subjects like information technology, which I'm going to take up. And it took about a few weeks later after I submitted my transcript and report card. And just having meetings with other students and faculty members. And a week later, they said I was accepted. If you would have asked me what I was going to do after high school, when I was a freshman, I would have said I wouldn't know. But after meeting so many people, not only at school but here, such as most of the congregation that is here, Pastor Taylor, Deacon Aldridge, and all that, it really helped me out. It really helped straighten up my path, and I thank you for that. I don't know how to describe the feeling I'm having right now, just to know that I'm going to college in just a couple of months. And I just want to reiterate, thank you so much. I just don't know how to describe it. It's been like 4 years, and I feel like just yesterday I walked through those doors, and then tomorrow I'm walking out. So all I can say is thank you, and thank you for hearing me out.
Good afternoon, church. All honor, all power, and all glory belong to my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Amen. Here we go. Okay, so while my document loads, I'll just start. I started my graduate program 3 days after I graduated from Hunter College with my bachelor's degree. It wasn't because I was ambitious or eager to learn, it was because my mother made me. I went to class wanting to pass, but not to be present, so I kept to myself and refused to socialize. My would-be 2-year program took me 4 years to complete since I took some time off to work. As a side note for all students, it's harder going back to school after a long absence, but you can get through it. Graduate school isn't necessarily hard because of the workload, more so that it is hard because the older you get, the more responsibilities you have. These last 2 years of my life have been difficult. I've had my self-identity repeatedly questioned, and while struggling to understand my position in life, I've had to go to work, manage a household, deal with family emergencies, and go to school. The one thing that I know for sure is that throughout this whole process, God has met me at every step. And I believe that once I was able to acknowledge that as the truth of my life and as a part of my identity, that I would be able to get through everything. I stand before you as a work in progress with a master's of arts. I want you to know that God will lead you no matter what situation that you're in. And it is okay to ask God questions about your life, because I know I did. Sometimes my answers came through a YouTube sermon that helped me get out of bed, and sometimes it came through an interaction with another person. Either way, I can tell you that my biggest tool in getting me through school was coming to an understanding that I'm never alone, because I serve a powerful God and He never leaves me alone. I can also say that I've graduated due to the countless lessons learned from my peers and my elders. To all of my unconventional scholars, the grandparents, aunts, uncles, siblings, cousins, mentors, and friends who have learned their lessons outside of school walls, I thank you for sharing your wisdom with me. And to all of my predecessors in academia, I thank you for knocking down walls that would have restricted me because of my race and gender. I thank you for your love and encouragement. Thank you.
All honor, all power, all glory belong to our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I wanted to come to you, not scripted, but to be real and to really speak from the heart on how God's help helped me get my education. And I would say that prayer allowed me to get through. There's a song that says, goes a little something like this. It says, "So glad I made it through. In spite of the storm and rain, heartache and pain, I'm still alive declaring you. I made it through. See, I didn't lose. Experienced loss at a major course, but I never lost faith in you. So, if you see me cry, it's just a sign that I'm still alive. I got some scars, but I'm still alive. In spite of my humanity, He still has a plan for me, and it's working for my good, and it's building my testimony." I would like to thank this church for my education. When I graduated from high school, I received a scholarship here from this church, 2 scholarships. My mom was a praying mom, and just to see her struggle through, Education was very hard because I would go to the prisons to visit my brother, and I would still have to do homework and still be a great student. And I saw the pain within my mother's eyes. My brother going left and I had to go right, and he was one of the biggest drug dealers here within the Baccalaureate community. So I went through school, and my brother became an encouragement to me. And then I looked into my mother's eyes as a single mom, and I said, Mom, I can't finish school right now. I know what I need to do. So I dropped out of college, told my family, and told my brother. And education still was priority within my life, because before my father closed his eyes, he gave me 3 things that I had to do. It was like a covenant promise that we had a bond. It's like an oath. And he told me not to gain weight. I still managed to gain weight. And he told me to stay close to my godfather, because he knew how much I loved my godfather and how much my godfather loved me in his church and his community. And he also told me to finish college. So I'm just here to tell you that it's never too late in order to go back. No matter what the obstacles are, you can make it. When my father closed his eyes, I looked to my godfather, Deacon Brand. And when I was in the hospital, I whispered to him in his ear how much I loved him and that I would finish. And I knew I had this over my head. And I had to look towards this and say, I gave him my word. I have to honor this. And I did. I've gone through. I went through a relationship where I was verbally abused, physically abused, and I would come into this church and I would pray for everybody, and I was just so happy, and I was giving encouraging words. But when I went home, what I had to deal with, I had to deal with ex-fiance putting a gun to my head, telling me that I couldn't come to the church anymore, that I had to leave the church, that I had to leave my choir, and I couldn't go forth with my education. And I fought for my life. And despite it all, throughout this situation, I still had to keep my eye on the Lord, and I kept the faith. I know God is real. And I stand here now, even though I went through a little trial and tribulation this year, the work of the enemy, but God had his final say so when he dropped the charges, and he had his last say so. I just thank each and every one of you for allowing me to just speak in front of you. I stand here as a graduate of John Jay College. What was my purpose? I didn't know. Just to make that clear. And the school and I just kept on calling me. And I'm like, God, no, I'm not doing this. But for some reason, they called me and they told me that they would pay for everything. And I'm also enrolled in the school in IAC. So I'm not in evangelization yet. But you'll see me.
Get the 3 bars and means you've gone to the top of the academic world.
That's why.
She received a doctor in jurisprudence.
Whoa!
Now, she to look at the shoes too, boo. It's over, so we don't have time for that. Our next and last speaker, Kai Elway Bell.
All power, all honor, and all glory belongs to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. So Pastor Taylor asked me to speak on how God helped me in my education. But my education at this level of higher learning encompassed more than scholarship. It encompassed experiences, networking, and life growth. So when I speak of how God helped me in my education, I'm not only referring to in the classroom, which I hope means it will be relatable or helpful for everyone and not just current pupils. Throughout my teenage and young adult life, people always told me I'm an advocate. I didn't know what that meant. Advocate for who, advocate how. And then one day my friend saw me arguing about natural hair, and she pulled me to the side and said, "You need to go to law school." This wasn't a far-fetched idea because most of my teenage and young adult life, people also told me I should be a lawyer. This usually came after I finished arguing with them or someone nearby and I won the argument, or at least highly persuaded them to think otherwise. This came from strangers, managers, friends, colleagues. And after you hear or feel things over and over from several different places, you start to realize God is telling you something. I wouldn't say I ignored the blatant and glaring signs from God, both internal and external, for about 3 years. But it wasn't until my friend pulled me to the side and said, "You need to go to law school," that I was able to put action behind instruction. I needed someone who wouldn't just speak positively over me, but would help me get to where they thought I should be. My friend gave me the tangible help. She gave me the number to a test course, and then later helped me with my application packet. Sometimes God sends people to encourage you, but He also sends the right person to push you into purpose, whether that be a general purpose or an academic purpose. Don't fight the push. God literally guided me into school. During the 2-year process of preparing my application for law school, which is now 3 years after I graduated undergrad, so I had 5 years off total. So as the matter said, even though you have an absence from school, it's still doable. So after the 2-year process of preparing my application, I was working a fashion job in the interim. I knew it had nothing to do with law school, but it had everything to do with God's ordained destiny. While I was working at Coach, I got an office mate who I did not want at first, but I soon found out was a part of God's divine plan. She's actually going to be speaking at the Bible on Thursday. But we were in our office praying daily, and that was my Damascus road. On that road, I asked God, "Who am I?" And God spoke clearly to me through my friend and advocate. This was without me ever telling her about my past experiences, and people always saying that to me. So here I was hearing the word again, but I was still confused by what it meant. About 6 months later, I was in orientation at Florida Law School, and we were assigned a book to read. I kid you not, on the first page was the sentence, "Lawyers Advocating." At that moment, I could only laugh and thank God not only for the clarity and revelation, but the confirmation that I was in the right place, aligned in His will. Because of this revelation, I was able to go into a new school after taking 5 years off with purpose and not just going through the motions, not just saying I was in school, but I was able to go in knowing that this next journey is for a reason. This allowed me to take my work seriously, to hold myself to high standards, to maintain focused on what I was set to do. And even if you're not at a point where you don't think school is a part of some grand purpose, or if you aren't clear on what your purpose is, appreciate the journey. As long as God is at the center of the journey, you will undoubtedly come across your purpose along the way. It may not be a straight line. I had to stop at Coach and other places in between, but it will get you there. And every step is important. Grade school led to junior high school, which led to high school, which led to college. It all mattered. All the experiences mattered. All the people I met along the way mattered. And even if you don't think calculus or chemistry or English matters, recognize it's a privilege. Appreciate even the fact that God has provided you an opportunity for you to learn. Your ancestors before you had to fight and die for the same privilege that we're taking for granted. Even now, there are people all over the world that will kill for your seat at your school, in this country, at your job. Someone is praying for what you have. So even if you're not motivated by purpose, be motivated by grace. The grace of God has given you far more favor than you. Between grace, favor, privilege, and purpose, nothing and no one could deter me except me. At times when I distracted myself, I would ask God to get me back on track. I'm currently going through that now in Barbara, so pray for me. I had to ask God to open my mind to understand, retain, and remember the knowledge that was constantly being poured in at such intensive stretches of studying. I had to ask God to take over my mind from distractions, and even when I was too distracted or overwhelmed to even pray for myself, God sent me help. I have a friend who God divinely placed in my life, and though I knew her for 3 years, I didn't know she was a prayer warrior until this year during Lent, right before I started bar prep. She and I became prayer partners, and one day recently when I felt extremely overwhelmed, she prayed over me, and that day was filled with peace and productivity. So when you have work to do, whether it's academic, professional, or personal, God will send you help. It may be in the form of a tutor, a business partner, an office mate, or a prayer partner. But He will send you someone to help you get through it. Recognize the right help. Aside from the academics, God has shown me favor and blown my mind exceedingly and abundantly above all I could ask or think while I was in school. I literally have too many testimonies and crazy moments to share, but I didn't want to leave you with one of my favorites about how I received my job offer. And I'll try to drop quick nuggets along the way. So during my first year of law school, God placed a desire in my heart and revealed a career trajectory to me: criminal prosecution. This newfound desire was quickly rebutted by discouragement from many people. They're going to be locking people up that look just like you. You're going to be a part of the system. You're going to be working for the man. That desire that God placed in my heart was distracted, swayed, and confused by the voices of man. But nugget, God is not the author of confusion. Focus on Him and not the opinion of man, and you will not be swayed. Though the desire remained deep down inside, I began thinking of alternative careers within criminal law, but was just constantly confusing myself. So the way law school works is a 3-year process, and during the second summer of law school, a lot of lawyers have their job offer for after graduation. However, if you're a public interest lawyer, the route looks different, and in your second summer, you're more so applying to jobs rather than receiving a job offer for after graduation. So at that time, my second summer, I was completely unsure what God wanted me to do after graduation. And even more than that, I didn't know what I wanted to do after graduation. Like I said, I had constant confusion. As summer rapidly came to a close and I still hadn't even applied to jobs, my flesh began to get nervous. But in my spirit, I knew God would work it out in one time, so it never showed. As my peers were nervously discussing multiple job applications they were working on, I hadn't even thought of a place to pull an application from. Finally, in September, when my peers were going on interviews for these jobs, I still hadn't looked for a job, but I was relying on God. So I decided to fast to hear from God plainly and clearly so He can give me the answer of where He wanted me to go. Rather than searching the internet, I went to God. In the midst of my fast, I was participating in my school's criminal defense clinic, which means I was acting like a lawyer, going to court, representing real people in real cases, blah, blah, blah. But apart part of the field work for the clinic also had a little classroom component. So on a court/class day, unbeknownst to me, the newly elected district attorney for Philadelphia, Matthew Krasner, who was getting national critical acclaim for being deemed the most progressive DA in the country. I mean, he was all over the media. It's basically famous in the political world. He was coming to speak at my class, didn't he? He was in town because he went to the big fancy schools at NYU and Columbia to recruit students. Now, he didn't come to Fordham to directly recruit, but because we were the number 3 law school in the city, he still wanted to show face. So he came and he spoke to my class, and he highly encouraged people to ask him how they could apply to his office. During his presentation, I asked a few questions that he liked, and I was the only one who knew answers to a few of his questions. So another nugget, always be informed. So after his presentation, I went up to him and I asked him, are you offering meat or not? Meat is a Philly rapper who at the time was locked up for violating probation. It was a joke, whatever, he interviewed. We also talked about my past experiences, and he was impressed by my previous jobs. Nugget, everything matters even if it seems like it doesn't. Ultimately, I knew I had to ask, how could I apply to his office? It would be rude not to, even though honestly I was not interested at the time. So I asked, how can I apply to your office? He responded, can I interview you right now? I said, sure. I had class, but priorities. Sure. I had on a suit because I was at court earlier that day, and even if I didn't, I had heels and a blazer in my locker because nuggets stay ready. I told him I didn't have my resume on me, but here's my business card. Once again, he was impressed. Once again, I was ready. But what was supposed to be a 15-minute interview turned into an hour. Before we ended the interview, he told me, I want to get straight to the point. We want to offer you a job, and we want you in our honors program. One of his colleagues emphasized to me that on-the-spot job offers never happen, but it happened for me. And not only did I get the job without applying for it, on a day I was not expecting to meet anyone or be interviewed, I got a job offer and I offered into the honors program. And this was even with me not being shy about my politics and beliefs on criminal justice reform and the fact that I'm a prison abolitionist. Krasner later said in a New Yorker article, which is another testimony for another time, that I had a lot of spunk and I would either be the perfect employee or a rebel. Nugget, be your authentic self. While this opportunity clearly came from God and literally fell in my lap without me looking, without any manual labor from me at all, it literally just came from me being focused on God. This doesn't mean that I didn't have to put in any work. Every step along the way mattered. Every step along the way led up to that moment. But because my steps were aligned with God's will, they were ordered by Him. Every next step was already there and waiting for me. I just had to put in the necessary work to walk in it. So yes, I had to put in work, and God was and still is teaching me how to have discipline and a better work ethic. But God's grace covered me in my mistakes, even throughout all of law school. These are characteristics that are being built in me, that are needed to prepare me for a successful academic and professional and personal life. Nugget, don't fight the process. Because I did not fight the process, but I appreciated the privilege, because I kept God at the center and was aligned and covered in His will, the work was not a burden, it was fulfilling. God literally guided me to and through law school, and now He is literally guiding me to the next season, and undoubtedly will guide me through it as well. With the help of God and people along the way, including family, friends, and especially the church that opened the door, God gave and continues to give me everything I need, including a doctorate of jurisprudence.
give our speakers a big hand.